And shifting focus to Europe, where the US President Donald Trump's overarching initiative to end the Russia-Ukraine war has set in motion concerns of a so-called dirty deal between him and Russian President Putin. The European leaders fear that Trump-led initiative will end the Ukraine war on terms favorable to Moscow, despite Russia being the aggressor in this case. Trump-led America's European allies allege that the U.S. leader is denying Ukraine its place at the negotiation table with Russia. President Trump has previously denied Ukraine's exclusion from supposed peace talks, but has raised doubt on Kyiv's status as an equal partner in such negotiations. To match the changing tone of the United States under President Trump, European nations are now gradually shifting their strategy for Ukraine. From a much-repeated promise of unending support for President Volodymyr Zelensky's counter-offensive, the effort in Europe is now underway to bring Kyiv to the bargaining table with a strong hand. French President Emmanuel Macron said that only Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky could negotiate on behalf of his country. In an interview, Macron added that a peace deal on terms favorable to Russian President Putin could have repercussions for the rest of the world. NATO chief Mark Rutte also echoed the French president's view.
What we are clearly united about is that, first of all, we have to make sure that when talks start, Ukraine is in the best possible position. And obviously this is about Ukraine, so Ukraine will be involved in any way and whatsoever.
Trump's phone call with Putin on the 12th of February and his subsequent announcement that negotiations for a peace deal would begin immediately are seen to have been blindsided with the European leaders. The European leaders fear that Trump will end the war on his own terms and will leave Europe to bear the consequences of Moscow's alleged territorial aspirations.
The killing should stop. Putin can stop the killing by stopping bombing Ukraine. This is doable if there is a will. It is clear that any deal behind our backs will not work. Any agreement will need also Ukraine and Europe being part of it, and this is clear that appeasement also always fails. So Ukraine will continue to resist and Europe will continue to back Ukraine. That is very clear.
US President Donald Trump's shock overture to Russian President Trump has stunned the capitals in Europe. President Trump has not only declined to address Ukraine's aspiration to join NATO, but has also shown a willingness for exchange of territories that European leaders call favorable to Russia. With pressure to match the unpredictable nature of Trump's next move, how exactly will Europe navigate its path in the current geopolitical landscape?
From breaking news to the day's biggest controversies, shedding light on the world's top headlines, detailed analysis on the stories that matter the most to you. Catch it all on Spotlight at 6 p.m. India time and 12:30 GMT, only on Firstpost.
We're calling the show Vantage. We hope you like what we put together for you. Touted as the minimum defense from that video. India's neighbors were the first to send the special edition of Vantage live from the White House throughout this week. Yes, Hindu Mandir we're on our way to Tel Aviv. Measure, but it's also the perfect way to drive.
I don't think that
Prime Minister of Bhutan, Sherin Tagwe. Welcome to
60% of the world's
office. Prime Minister Modi did the iron.
We were actually
How are you doing? How do you like? It's been 1 year since that meeting. Iron bars separate you from the outside. Out the vote efforts. Trump had, it says, and at $4.3 trillion. 300 billion by 2030. That's what we need to tackle climate change.